And oh, but I wanted to talk with you about what's been going on with me because it's been kind of weird. Also, my hair's messy. Need to shave it. So like you guys saw in the thumbnail, I've got some stuff going on. So we're gonna talk about what happened and where I was, and also I've got the dogs right here with me. There they are. Bella, hi. Oh, hey. So, how are you guys all doing out there? I know there's only two people on right now anyway. Um, but let me know what you guys have been up to. Hey Jinjos, what's up? What's up, Bjorn? Hey Mel. Hi little angel. What are you doing? Hey Christy, how are you doing? Bella. You're silly. What's up, Adsbug? Hey Jennifer Lynn. Yeah, stealing the show. Yep, that's right. Hey Yoko, what's up? How is Boardwalk Nights? I'll be there tomorrow to see that. I can't wait to be there tomorrow. But I decided I didn't want to spend the night in this condition in my car. Beach Cliff's there? Hey, what's up? That's what you think, Beach Cliff. Thanks, Born or Bjorn. All right, guys. So, I am gonna give a little bit of a content warning because here, while we're in the house, before I get in the car, or not in the car, in the pool, we're gonna have a little bit of. I'm gonna show just like what happened. First, I'll talk about it here, but I'll let you guys know in advance because I don't want anybody to see like bloody spots and stuff if that's something that's gross to you. Um, so if you don't want to see it, I want you to have plenty of time to, get out of the stream at least for a few minutes while I show kind of what show my wounds, I guess. Which actually I think are kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. But first, I'll just talk about. So I went to, I Drew and Yoko sometimes let me stay at their house, and it was so much fun to stay with them, and they're very very sweet to let me do that. And we went to the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium, and they have a water park right there that is the water park for what's up, Daniel? Um, it's the water park for the zoo. So it has all kinds of cool stuff in it. We don't really do a lot of stuff with it. I never do, and I think they never really do either. But then after that, we went to like a little downtown urban area too, and hung out there for a little bit, and then we went to their like downtown right by their house. Yeah, Zumbizi Bay. Yep, is where we went. Yeah. So we had a great day, like all day long. We had a great day, and then Drew and I decided to take scooters. So we went scootering. We got all the way downtown. We hung out downtown. It's only like maybe a 10-minute scooter ride from their house. It's not very far, but we got to go hang out down there, and it was just super fun. Just everything there is really fun. It's a really cool little city. We got to have a few drinks, got some food. And then we decided to scooter back. So we went back to their house. And on the way, I was fine the whole way. I was kind of going slow-ish. It was dark, so I couldn't really see everything. And then we got close to their house, and I was like, okay, now I can see everything. I can like zoom up. I can start going a little bit faster. And we went down a hill, and down the hill, Flint, Michigan Gaming. Just FYI, I heard wearing a Michigan tee will help your wrist feel better. On my way down the hill, I went down this hill, and then it just kind of kept going faster and faster and faster and faster, but like it felt clear, so it felt like it was fine. And then we just went down and went over this speed bump. And as I went over the speed bump, it just like, I just totally lost control of the scooter just entirely. And I fell off to the side and held off my hand to the side and caught myself with it. And then the scooter went right into my stomach, like right here, really hard. And then I used my other hand to kind of catch myself on the other side too. And I just remember falling down and going, oh, like it was a really bad noise. It was just like, I hurt. I didn't quite know what to do. And it was a guttural sound. I don't think I've ever made that sound before. Yeah, I totally wiped out. Like it was really bad. And I think I've done the same kinds of wipeouts before when I was, like 20 years old, something like that, or probably actually 15, 17, something like that. But then, yeah, I was just really hurting, and it was crazy. So then that night, well, then I got up, I walked into their house because we were literally right there. Like, had I just gotten off at the top of the hill and just walked down, I would have been perfectly fine. I could have just walked straight to their house. Drew might have gotten there a little bit before me, but that would have been fine. I could have just easily gotten where I needed to be and not had any problem. So yeah, wiping out when you're a child is totally different than wiping out as an adult. I remember some ridiculous wipeouts on my bike that happened that never got me these results that I have right now at 37. But at 37, it's way worse. So that night, like, I couldn't laugh really. I couldn't really cough. And I was realizing that my wrist really hurt. So I was like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if I broke it. And Drew was kind of saying like, yeah, I mean, I've had a friend who broke his wrist and then he like moved it all around. So I was trying not to move it. We were icing it, all that. I think that kind of ends up making it to some degree hurt worse, but it also keeps the swelling down more. So the pain was just kind of getting worse and worse. And I was like, I don't know, because it was getting stiffer. I was like, I don't know. I think it might be broken. I'm not sure. I think probably we should just go to the hospital. They were like, we have a hospital right down the street. They live like in such a perfect area. Everything's right there by them. So Yoko and Drew took me down to the hospital. Thank goodness. They were really good to me that night. And I was able to go do what and I was able to get to the hospital. Well, we were there till like 2 a.m. I was exhausted. And then, wait till you're over 50. Gotcha. Yeah. I thought you were saying, wait, are you over 50? And I was like, no, I'm not over 50. What's up, Jeremiah? I'm talking about it right now. So yeah, long story short, I wiped out at Drew and Yoko's house right in front of it. And it was pretty crazy. So, right. And then, yeah, I mean, Yoko stayed with me till 2 a.m. Before that, Drew stayed with me while Yoko, I think, went somewhere else, I think. But I mean, the whole thing's really foggy. I'm not really sure what happened exactly. Just all of it feels kind of foggy. So, but of course it does. Like, I was in a lot of pain at the time. But I did discover that I did not have any broken bones. I had a broken wrist, or not broken. I had a sprained wrist and I had a bruised rib. So both of those, I mean, obviously that hurts, but it's not the worst. And it's been healing pretty quickly, I think, based on what I'm feeling. So I have this, and this is where like things are going to start getting a little bit gross. Most of it's pretty clear. I'll give you just a quick flash of my hand there. If that looks too gross to you, you want to get off. You don't want to be watching this now. So this happened on, let's see, today's Saturday night. So this would have happened on Thursday night. Yeah, it was Thursday because we had a media event at Zoombezi Bay where they gave us tickets to go to check it out and do all that stuff. So there's a video coming out too of what we did at Zoombezi Bay. It was a blast. But yeah, nothing's broken. I'll be back in the park soon too. But this thing is kind of the worst part. So like I said, fair warning again, if you guys don't want to see anything, then get off now. We're going to start with the easiest thing because this really isn't that bad. But I want to kind of show you guys what it is. Actually, I feel like the part that's grossest is also the part that's the coolest. And it's not that gross. It's my hand. So if it already looked gross, then... Now, I couldn't even hold anything with it for the first day and a half. But now I can hold it and I can move it pretty much around. I can't really bend it very well yet. And I think that's because I have some, not torn, but very stretched ligaments. So I think that's the problem. So I'm just kind of waiting on that to heal. And I'm going to keep wearing that brace just to kind of hold it. And I doubt I'll be riding any coasters anytime soon, but I might be having some avatars ride some coasters for me. Plus, I also have a video coming out soon where I rode every single coaster at Cedar Point and rode I did a ton of stuff. Let's just say that in one day at Cedar Point. So it's pretty fun. Now, yeah, this is not bad at all. Like it's not really swollen at all. There's not much at all, but I caught it on this. So I caught really hard and just hit down on the ground. Well, and that's what kept my face from having any problems. I mean, this is my moneymaker, so that's a good thing, right? You can see a little bit of this. Well, the road rash is what's coming. So that's the worst part. We'll get to that at the end. Again, that's on my hands. So if you want to stay around for that, you'll see it. Now, I also had trouble standing up at all. And right here, you'll see a little bit of an abrasion, I guess. There's a lot of bruising underneath that, and I can feel it when I touch it now. But it's mostly going away. I couldn't really even stand that first day very well. So I'm glad that's way, way better. Yeah, no fractures, no broken bones, nothing like that. Your nurse came into the room. Daniel, where are you? Why are you in the hospital? If you're in the hospital, maybe you're not. Maybe you work at a hospital. I do have some minor, I do have some minor little things here on my leg. But I mean, that's like what I used to get from the tiniest, well, even from the biggest things. So, yeah, that's not that bad. And then there's a little bit right here too on this leg. So worst things that hurt are this wrist because it's still hard to just kind of do stuff. I can't really put weight on it. I can finally now like pick up things, like I can pick up my phone, pick up my like just light things, like even a glass of water. I can't pick that up yet. But I can do other things with it. So at least that's good. Fell out yesterday. Yes, in hospital. Fell out yesterday. Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry. Yeah, right here we've got some additional stuff, and that was from when I caught myself. I'm amazed this hand doesn't have more than that on it because, I mean, when I caught myself, I really caught myself on it and was trying to keep myself okay. But, yeah, it was bad. Admitted for 5 days. Get out next Wednesday. Ugh. I'm sorry, man. I'm glad I didn't have to be admitted for anything, but yeah. Now, this is where it's really going to get gross. So either stay on because it's gross or get off so that you don't have to see it. So right here, actually, it's kind of hard to see, isn't it? There's a whole bunch of stuff here but it's, oh, there we go. It's like down here a bit more, but it's really hard to see. It is just a whole bunch of scrapes right here on my arm, and I didn't even know those existed. Like it took like a day and a half for those to even come out. They look brighter now than they ever did earlier. I think, yeah, now you can see them a little bit there. So that's just a lot of little cuts and stuff. So that's the big thing. And then I've had this part wrapped for a while, so it's still kind of fresh looking, but it's because it's had so much gauze and so much stuff all over it. So you can see this is where I got the road rash. It was just this side of my hand, just right across toward the front. And so when I walked into Yoko's house, she'd already gotten in there because she drove her car. And I just walked in and I go, I really hurt myself or something like that. And my hand was like dripping blood. I think I was a little bit in shock. I'm not going to lie, which is probably good. I mean, your body needs to put you in a bit of shock so that you can, just move out of the way of danger. So it took me a minute to actually stand up even. And Drew, thank goodness, he's really smart and got both our scooters up first and moved them so that the lights were pointing in both directions, so that any cars that were going to come by wouldn't end up hitting me or anything like that while I'm laying on the ground. And at that point, I didn't have any ability to stand up anyway. So it's a good thing that he did that, because I was still really just catching my breath and getting my bearings and just like making guttural noises. And after that, then he helped me to my feet. He was like, "Okay, man, come on, well, let's go inside." My glasses were all bent up, and at first I was like shaking, like trying to fix them a little bit. And then he just grabs them from me, and he's like, "Dude, just go inside, take care of yourself. I'll take care of the glasses. This is a problem for another day." And the glasses are fine. They're around here somewhere. I'll even put them on. He fixed them for me like perfectly, so they don't even have any problems. They were bent like straight up like that because I landed on them after they fell off my face. So yeah, it was definitely crazy, but I'm glad he was able to fix those for me. I'm glad he was able to kind of help me out. And that, like I said, they were really sweet trying to get me to the hospital and stuff. But yeah, so nothing is that bad. Nothing is that graphic either. I mean, this is just, I mean, everybody's seen a skinned hand, but I didn't want to encourage everyone to stay if there were people who were particularly squeamish. Hey, what's up, Triad? Oh, that's okay. We have another one coming on the 24th here. If you guys want to come down to a meet and greet, we do have a meet and greet on the 24th. So we're going to go hang out in the pool, because I know that's actually really good for all of this stuff too. I'm not sure about for my hand, and I still can't really move it as well. But I mean, if I can feel kind of what the resistance of the water feels like on it, then that's cool. So, and it just gives me the ability to kind of get outside. I've been in here resting all day long today. So that's kind of, but I mean, I just want my body to have what it needs to really rest up, because I'll be gone, going to Cedar Point tomorrow. Dogs, do you want to go outside? Let's go outside. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Sadie. Come on. Sadie, come on. I'm going to shut the door on you, and you're going to be sad. There you go. Okay. You're going to Cedar Point tomorrow? Well, if you see me, say hi. Hey, Blue Streak buddy. What's up, Tyler? Hey, I've got some stuff. I'm trying to send it to you guys. I know what you want now. this before, so getting your information into it kind of hard. Oh, it's so warm. It's been so warm recently. It's really nice. Hopefully I don't drop it into the pool. Yes, meet and greet is going to be at 6 o'clock. I'll put that on social media, like all over the place, tonight. Sorry, I haven't put that up yet. I've kind of been preoccupied a little bit. Also, if anyone is worried, I'm done showing anything on here now. So, if you just have it on but you're not watching or whatever, we're not showing any abrasions anymore or anything. Just swimming now. Yes, a bruised rib I'm sure is bad enough. Although I feel like I've had a good quick recovery on it, so it must not have been that bad. But yeah, I mean, if you actually fractured it, I can't imagine what it'd feel like just based on what this was, because this is really just a bruise, they said, of muscle tissue and of cartilage, stuff like that. So it's not really even like a bruise of the bone. It's a bruise of the stuff around it. I fell, bit it in front of Drew and Yoko's house. We were riding a scooter. It was very fun until that happened. Drew felt really bad too, so. But I don't think he needs to feel bad. He's kind of the hero of the story. It could have been a lot worse without him. Oh, Sadie and Bella. How did they get out? Sorry, guys. I have to go chase down the dogs. Sadie and Bella, come get a treat. Come on. Come get a treat, you dummies. Don't know why you came out. Maybe I didn't shut it. There we go. There we go. Now I don't need to worry about the dogs. You don't want to have a fracture anywhere. You can always tell when the weather is going to change. And yes, I'm speaking from experience. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried that this kind of thing might do that for me too. Maybe give me some arthritis or something, but I don't know. We'll see. I guess time will tell on that. I mean, it does feel really good on my hand to get in the water here. No offense, but you kind of look like you are about to. I don't even know what NFTs are, other than, like, I know kind of what they are. They're like digital currency, but why would I look like that? Are they always shirtless when they do that? You're going to get arthritis no matter what. I'm ready for Halloween weekends already. I'm not. I'm very excited to come see both Broadway, or not Broadway nights, Boardwalk nights, And also very excited to go see what Kings Island has going on. Ooh, it stings. Oh, but that I always like that because it makes me realize that it's cleaning it out. So all this chlorine in the pool is really cleaning out this thing. And if it was a public pool, I wouldn't get in, but it's my parents' pool, and they can either filter it again or left. I'm hearing good things about Boardwalk Nights. Yeah, I have an early sneak peek that I released, but I'm sure now we'll have a whole bunch of people doing some stuff. I know Drew and Yoko are actually there for Media Day today. So go check out their video as soon as they get it done. So yeah, I don't mind that it hurts. Like it always makes me go, okay, yeah, it's cleaning it out. Actually, my pain tolerance as I've gotten older has gotten so much better. When I was a kid, I had no pain tolerance. Is Boardwalk Night an upcharge or does a season pass work? A season pass works for it. It is just a full thing. Yeah, sorry, Case family. I was out at some media stuff that was happening. I saw that you were there. It looks like usually you're just there on the weekends, right? I do really want to hang out with you guys, though. I would have, I think, been planning to have been there on Sunday night, so I would have probably seen you had I, or I mean on, sorry, what day is today? Sorry, Friday night. I would have probably been there on Friday night, but, so I might have gotten you then. The standard is here. Is it weird that I find you attractive? That's very flattering. Thank you. Can you make smell bubbles? How do you make smell bubbles? Yeah, it's too far for a weekday trip. We left Sunday at 5, got there Saturday evening. So you guys were there longer ago than I was thinking. I was thinking you were there this last week. I don't know why I was thinking that. It's not really a cast, no. So I have a wrist that is still hurting quite a bit. I can't really bend it. I have some sort of a stretched ligament. It's really just a sprain. And then also I have some road rash on my right side. I'm trying not to show it now, but it's earlier on in this video. So even if you want to, you can actually scrub back on this and you'll be able to see what everything I talked about earlier if you want to do that. Farting underwater. No, I'm not going to do that right now. Also, I have no need to do it either. But yeah, I fell and hurt myself on the scooter pretty bad. But it is something that seems to be pretty easily redone. I'm going to go under it real fast. Sorry, guys. I got a phone call. No, I'm not going to fart. You all are crazy. Is this like some weird fetish or something? Yeah, the stream died really fast. My mom called, and whenever someone calls, then that happens. Darth Cloud Chaser. I like that name. Got back from my first trip to Cedar Point as Carowinds being my home park, my workplace, and there is no comparison between Millie and Fury. Millie's 10 times better. Better? Is that what you're saying, Galactic? I'm surprised about that because I definitely like. Here's the deal, though. I do think that it is a the grass is always greener on the other side. One of them does very well. Fury does very, very well with like some pretty aggressive airtime that feels very like you're gonna fly up out of your seat. And then Millennium Force does really well with some amazing floater. So I think both of them are fast rides. I love them both, but I can imagine if you're used to one, then you just kind of get used to it. For and then it's just nice to have something different, you know. It's kind of like if you ate pizza every night of the week. Like pizza's awesome, but you don't want to eat it every night of the week either. Sorry, guys. I'm just like watching my fingers because I can feel it like stinging, and it's not a bad sting. Like I like it a lot. It actually feels kind of nice. But Drizzle McDrizz, what did you do to your hand? Uh, Go check out before, and I'll show you, or and then you can see more of what I did. But right now it's all pretty well cleaned out. I'll show it real fast. That's just one side of it. And then the other side is my wrist. And I'm actually using that for my phone now, which is really good. It's the first time I have used my phone with my left hand and not had it be a problem. So that's definitely good. I've been starting to be able to use it more and more and more, but it still hurts to even close it. It was definitely. It is my plan to go to Cedar Point tomorrow, yes. I thought Boardwalk Nights was an upcharge event. No. Yes, it will get you in. And even more so than that, even if you didn't have a ticket, there'd be events on the beach that you could go see without even buying a ticket. But if you have a pass, then yes, absolutely. It'll get you in for the whole of Boardwalk Nights. And now on the weekends, I think that means Friday, Saturday. I don't think it's Sunday. It's open 11 now, too. Thanks, Darth Cloud Chaser. And then on the 24th, we'll be having another meet and greet if you wanted to come to the meet and greet, too. Orion is the best hyper, by the way. Well, it's not even. Orion is 300 feet, so it's more than a hyper. But that is a hot take. I love Orion, though. I do think it's a great ride. Yes, it's pool time now. When does it start and when does it end? I think it starts at 7. I want to say maybe 6 if it closes early. And it's basically like a solid 3 or 4 hours of just entertainment, just constant entertainment. Be careful not to overuse the wrist as it feels better. Give it rest so it doesn't re-injure. I deal with issues in both of mine, and it's easy to do too much. Okay, that's good to know. I'll wear this wrist brace that I have for most of the time because I'm trying not to really use it. You know, if it hurts, it's your body's way of telling you not to use it. So, yeah, it's pool time because I wanted to show off the uh, battle wounds on my body. And because, I mean, I just wanted a reason for me to get out in the pool too. Just because I've kind of hurt myself a little bit doesn't mean I shouldn't be moving around. So I'm trying to still get myself up and moving around a lot and getting out of here. Also, I haven't had a video released in 3 days now, which is unusual for me. Usually I release something. So thank you guys for being patient. But I just haven't felt well. I've been sleeping and trying to make sure my body gets all the rest it needs to keep me healing. And probably as I go visit Cedar Point, I'll probably do the same thing. I'll probably do a lot of just going back to the hotel and resting and stuff like that. No, I don't think you can even get on the coasters with a wrist injury. Now, if you are, and also my side hurts too. Now, I may take off my wrist thing and ride a coaster here or there, but it's probably going to be later on this week that I do that. Probably not early on. I probably won't be riding anything for several more days just to make sure. So it'll be a lot of shows for me, and then a lot of having my friends go ride rides while I watch them and take B-roll and then tell you how long it took. So it's changing kind of my plans for Cedar Point content, but I mean that's to be expected. That's why you work like that. Yeah. Well, and not just the wrist injury, riding Magnum with my ribs the way they feel right now would be torture. It would be awful. So I'm not going to be doing that. Is what happened to you the closest you've had to having a fracture? Yes. And I really did think I at least fractured something, if not broke my wrist. But thank goodness I didn't. When I got that news, I was very glad because it's kind of like, oh no, I'm going to not even get to go to Cedar Point for a while. Plus, then also the next day, I was planning on coming to see my daughter. She's just had VBS, and she wanted to show me all the things that she's been doing. For those of you who aren't familiar with like Christian lingo, VBS is Vacation Bible School. So she wanted to show me what she'd been learning. And I was like, I'm going to have to drive all the way back, and I can barely move my hands. So I was able to get back, but I took a lot of rests, and getting in and out of the car was very, very slow. At this point, I think it's a lot easier. I didn't have problems getting in the pool just now. Like I'm doing a lot better. So what happened? Okay, a couple people are saying I missed it. So I'll tell you what happened again. So again, a quick content warning if you don't want to see any like abrasions or anything, but it's not too bad really. So my wrist is a little bit swollen. Actually, I can see that swelling again now. But I'm wearing a wrist thing on it now. I went with Drew and Yoko to hang out. We had a media event at Zoombezi Bay at that's at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. So I got to hang out there, and then we went to after we spent like most of the day there, and it was a great day too, really fun. Also, they let me stay at their house too, so they're very sweet to me and let me come and hang out. And I like having good friends like that that are Cedar Point related, so I think that's pretty cool. But then we went to a little town right next to that that's called Bridge Park, and I think I've even made, I'm not sure if I've released the video or not, but a video about that place too. Um, well, then that night they were like, hey, we want to show you our downtowns. So we went to their downtown, and it's just a few minutes down the road from where they are. So, hey, guys, I'll be right back. I'll finish this in just a second. My mom is texting a whole bunch right now, and I didn't answer her call because of this. So now she like thinks, I'm afraid she thinks I might be dead. So let me text her really fast. I'll be right. Um, so, okay, is everyone back now? um, we we went down there, and Drew was like, hey, let's take the scooters. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure, let's take our scooters. But I'm kind of slow on the scooters, and that's fine. So we rode our bikes, or we rode the scooters all the way down there, and they're electric scooters. And then we went from the scooters and then we went downtown from there and just got to see a whole bunch of really cool stuff. It's all on the video that's going to be coming out soon-ish. So it was really, really fun. We just had a blast together. It's always a fun time hanging out with Droco Adventures. By the way, if you guys haven't seen them, go check them out and press subscribe. Tell them that I sent you to them. But then we had, it got kind of dark, and then we started to leave and go back. And there's lights on them and everything. It was fine. Yeah, Christy, you're right. That's why I was like, I need to let her know what's happening, because after I get 2 texts, I'm like, okay, I know she thinks I might be dead right now. When yes, I'm still able to be shirtless. So yeah, I really hurt myself on the way back down. So we got all the way to their house, like we were right outside their house, and then I started going down a hill kind of that goes right down to their house. Should have just gotten off the scooter, but at this point now I could see, like, the whole way there it was kind of dark, and then I could see now there were lights, because we were back in their neighborhood. So we started going down this hill, and I just went faster and faster and faster, and there were speed bumps at the bottom of the hill, and I just went over the speed bump and just totally lost it. I don't know if I just got nervous or if I tried to correct something. I'm not sure what it was, but I definitely hurt myself. So it just immediately just flew over that and fell. And I could just see it just like it coming down. It's all in slow motion in my head. So I really hurt myself. Well, I caught myself with my left wrist and then kind of slid, and this hand went across the pavement. I did keep my face up the whole way, but the scooter went right into my side, so it really hurt. So yeah, that was all pretty bad. And when I landed, I just kind of went, oh, like it was noises I've never made before, and I'll probably never make again. I hope I never make them again. And it just really, really hurt. So I once I got done, I went into their house and I was like, I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen. Oh, also I bent my glasses way up, and Drew completely bent them back for me. Drew also was incredibly smart too, because he grabbed the 2 scooters and got my scooter up, and I was just laying there like I couldn't have stood up. There's no way. So I just was going, just like I don't know what to do, So, but I knew I wasn't gonna move immediately. So he showed both sides, and then they were able to get me up after that. He just came up and he was like, okay, buddy, it's time to get up, take a deep breath. And I stood up and walked in. He saw my glasses, and I started fumbling with them, and he was like, just give me your glasses. Just give me your glasses. Just walk inside. So I walked inside, and I couldn't even laugh like yesterday I couldn't laugh yesterday, and I couldn't laugh that night either. Now I can laugh and actually like not have my ribs hurt really bad, but I didn't make a video. There's no video. Sorry. So this hand is the one I hit and landed on the hardest. So when I got inside, at first it didn't really even hurt, and I could still move it a little bit. I think that has to do with maybe shock and adrenaline a little bit. And then, but this hand really hurt. Well, and this one also I hit here a little bit. That's not too bad, like at all. That's fine. This side, on the other hand, this got some really bad road rash on it. So you can see all that there. And that hurts pretty bad here in the pool, but especially there, there's like a chunk that's taken out of my left finger there. So yeah, I mean, it's It's just a lot, but it hurts bad in the pool, but also it feels really good. And also it's hard for me to spin my hand, like move it this way. That's definitely really hard to do at this point. Much better range of motion than I've had before since having done this, but it's just still not not at 100% by any means. But the amount that I've healed from it this quickly, I'm pretty happy with that overall. So I also have a few little cuts and bruises on my knees, but that's fine. I don't even have a problem with that. And then also there's a spot, if I can show it to you, here on my arm where I really went across the pavement and just got a whole bunch of scrapes there. So, oh, it's absolutely the chlorine making the burns hurt, and I'm okay with that. I want it to hurt. It's nice knowing that it's getting cleaned out and chlorine's gonna, disinfect it a little bit and all of that. So I don't have any problem with that. But yeah, I did contact Andrew about it. I don't know if you guys remember Andrew, and he's going to be in a video soon, another video soon, because he's coming back to Cedar Point to hang out. It's going to be really fun to hang out with him too. But when the first thing he said was, well, did you get it on video? I was like, no, I didn't. Too bad. Had I gotten it on video, I'd totally release it for y'all. Anyway, that's the story of what happened. I'm going to be headed back to Cedar Point pretty soon here. So it's not like everything is ended. I've taken a couple days off. And also, sorry I haven't released any content, but I think 3 days without content is probably okay. I just try to stick with my schedule, but it's all right. We will, I think, survive. So thank you guys for being patient with that also. But yeah, it's been nice. Today I've been just here resting all day long. And then finally I came out here to do this. I edited like 10 minutes of a video that still has 2 hours left on it. So that wasn't a whole lot of work, but yeah. So are you asking me if I got an MRI? Oh, did you have any x-rays taken to make sure there were no fractures? Yes. So that's exactly what I did at the hospital. So I guess I didn't explain that. Drew and Yoko took me to the hospital that night because my wrist was hurting bad enough. So I was just like, I don't want to chance it. What if I have a broken rib? I guess a broken rib, there's not much you can do for it, but I didn't want to make it worse. And what if I have a broken hand or a broken wrist or whatever? So I was just kind of like, yeah, I don't want to do anything unless I know I can. So I got an x-ray and they read it. It took like 2 hours for them to do it. We left the hospital at like 2 a.m. But they were slammed also, just absolutely slammed. And when the doctor took me back finally, he said that, no, they just put me on ibuprofen, and that's all I've needed. If I take ibuprofen every 2 hours or every 4 hours, I'm fine, perfectly fine. So I got no soul. You think I got no soul, Thug Bone? I think there are a couple people who are just fighting me on the YouTube Shorts app, and they're just saying like whatever they want to say. Ginger's got no soul. I know now I show up on Shorts whenever I'm doing lives, so especially when they're this way and not wide way, but I can't get it to go landscape anymore, unfortunately. Trent, us gingers will stick together. Hey, I'm not offended. You can call me soulless all you want. That's fine with me. Um, at least you're okay. I saw you at Halloween last year, but I didn't want to interrupt. Maybe I'll see you this year. Yeah, you should definitely interrupt. There was someone recently who just kind of watched me. I of course appreciate it if you don't interrupt like a full monologue that I'm doing. But there was someone who just walked behind me one time, just recently on a video, and you can actually see him on the video too. He's just kind of right beside me, and he keeps kind of edging up closer to me. But then he's like, "Oh, he's still filming." Okay, so I appreciate that. That he did that, and then he let me know that I needed, and then he was like, "Hey, you're not your normal guy. How are you doing?" So, yeah, I mean, come up to me. That's fine. I like it if you leave me alone enough to film, but if you want to come up and say hi after that, then absolutely go for it. I'm not going to be mad. I won't bite or anything unless you ask me to. Even then, probably not. That might be weird. I got tramadol when I hurt my wrist. Yeah, no, I mean, they did provide, or they did subscribe some stuff, but not anything much more than ibuprofen. Ibuprofen has been perfectly fine. It's just gets me feeling better, and right now I can feel it. It's really weared off, and I think I'm about an hour past due, but I don't need it. So, and also you're only supposed to have so much per like 12 hours or something like that, like 8 caplets in 12 hours or something at max. So, or in 20, might be 24 hours even. So I'm trying not to use it if I don't need it. So you can't get mad without no soul. So you proved it yourself. All right, Thugbone. uh, I saw you in the hot tub after I saw you in the park back in June. It was the same way. I don't want to interrupt. Yeah, just come interrupt sometime. I remember meeting you, some guy. You're fun. All right, guys. Well, I probably better get off. It's always hard for me to get off when I'm seeing all of you on here. There's still 48 people on here, but I will go live again in the park soon, I'm sure. Especially if I'm feeling this way, and like if my hand's still hurting, then there's no reason not to go live. Like, because I won't really be riding rides. So I'll just kind of be walking around. I'll show you guys around the park. So I'm sure I'll see you guys soon. Please go support the channel, especially with the hospital bills. I need it. If you want to go support the channel, you're welcome to, of course. Plus, there's tons of additional content for you guys to get to. So favorite ride is Maverick, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I'll keep that wrist brace on. Just not while I'm swimming, but it'll come back on as soon as I go back in the house. So thank you guys so much. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.